International jet setters have become accustomed to getting tested for COVID-19 at different points along their journeys. For vaccinated Americans, the most worrisome COVID-19 test is often the one that will determine whether they can come home. Since January, all travelers must test negative for COVID-19 within 72 hours of entering the U.S. There are many reports in recent months of both vaccinated and unvaccinated travelers testing positive within the last 3 days of their trip. This can completely upend re-entry plans because a positive test result means delaying the return to the U.S. Travelers must get retested until they receive a negative test result and, in the meantime, they must remain in their destination at their own expense, often under quarantine or isolation orders. To give themselves an extra insurance policy against becoming a breakthrough case, some fully vaccinated American travelers are finagling a third shot of the vaccine a few weeks before leaving on their trip, even though the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, has yet to give booster shots an official green light. In some cases, they are simply presenting themselves as unvaccinated at pharmacies or other vaccine providers in order to get another dose. Others are getting a booster with the blessing of their doctors.
People are acting in their own self-interest, and that doesn't shock me, said Dr. Kavita Patel, a primary care physician in Washington, D.C., who served as an advisor on health policy in the Obama administration.
It's unfortunate, because there remains no evidence that if you're under 65 years old and otherwise healthy, that you need a third shot right now, said Dr. Vin Gupta, a pulmonary critical care physician and an affiliate assistant professor at the Institute for Health Metrics and Evaluation, IHME, at the University of Washington. There needs to be guardrails here. We need to understand what 3 doses mean. Are we protected for 5 years or just another 8 months? There are lots of open questions. The Biden administration has urged the FDA to release a booster rollout plan as soon as possible, given that some Americans, including first responders and immunocompromised people, received their initial doses in 2020 and officials want the most vulnerable people to be at the front of the line for boosters. The FDA is currently evaluating when a wider swath of vaccinated Americans should begin receiving COVID-19 booster shots, which is likely to be either 6 or 8 months after completing their initial doses. The administration recently announced a plan to prepare for additional COVID-19 vaccine doses, or boosters, this fall, and a key part of that plan is FDA completing an independent evaluation and determination of the safety and effectiveness of these additional vaccine doses, said the agency in a statement. Pending FDA approval, booster doses might begin rolling out to eligible Americans as early as this month, said U.S.